In this Nitty-Gritty Basics Let's Play live stream, we're going to be playing American Mah Jongg at I Love Maj. I Love Maj is a wonderful platform. Primarily, I play there for two reasons. Well, no, probably more than two, but the top two are the robots have varying degrees of intelligence, and also they have a fantastic exercise room. So whether you're new to the game or you're an experienced player, there are a lot of ways to use those areas of their platform. So also that platform right now has the new card. So this will be my first time playing on the new card. And I guess I could share that I'm not going to be using the actual card because I don't have mine yet. So I'm going to be using one that was shared with me. That's the only way I can play with the new card at the moment. So anytime I look to the left, it's because I'm looking at the card on my monitor. Usually I have it in front of me, so I can be a little more discreet. So anyway, thank you so much for being here, for watching my videos. If you don't already know, I did just release the analysis with actionable findings and tips for a smooth transition. You can find that by clicking links in the video description below. I believe if you click the American Mah Jongg link, that will take you there, and under downloads, there'll be updated links to the 2024 edition of the video and a free ebook with all my findings in it. So get your nerd on because it gets pretty deep in statistics and a lot of actionable content, I hope. You'll have to let me know what you think about it. Before we get on to the topic for today, which is red flags, I just want to say thank you so much to channel members for joining to help support MAHJLIFE. We have a new member, Lisa. Thank you so much for joining. All right, let's go ahead and play Mahjong. I'm going to first share this short presentation. It's very short. And then we'll do gameplay. Oh, I need to prep it. Sorry, hold on. All right, here we go. So red flags. This is part of strategy by wall. So strategy by wall, which I'll share about, is the foundation to how to spot red flags and what to do about them. It really all depends on the phase of the game. So first of all, the definition of a red flag is that it's a warning. It's a warning of danger, or really an alert, I guess you could say, because there's really not that much danger per se when playing Mahjong, but there are alerts because you're in it to win it, and so is everybody else. So here are some things that you can look for at the table to help you make decisions on whether you're going to push to win or fold and block. This is all based on strategy by wall. This I title Hot Toy Strategy by Wall because I put my own ideas in there, but the original idea came from Tom Sloper of Sloperama, and I just want to give a shout out, give credit where credit is due. The wall in play would be each portion of the wall in front of the players. So East, when they roll the dice and break the wall, they push out their wall, and that wall is depleted during dealing the tiles. So the first wall goes away. Then, hold on one second. I have an itchy nose. Sorry about that. Pollen. We have a lot of pollen right now in Georgia. All right, so the first wall, that gets depleted during the dealing of the tiles. Then, once everyone has their tiles, we're left with a short wall. Let's see here. Depending on where the wall was broken, of course. This is based on no breaking of the wall. which by the way is part of the game. It's the rules, but just for the sake of seeing the walls portioned neatly, we're doing full walls. So you can kind of learn to visualize the length of a wall. So you're left with a short wall in front of each rack. That's the second wall. So during the Charleston, that's the formation of the walls. And when you go through the Charleston, you're going to be doing passes. This is called a pregame, because technically the game doesn't begin until East discards their first tile. So this is pregame. This is the hand development accelerator. And it's a very important part of the game because you can transform your dealt hand with the right decisions at the right time. After the Charleston, we start picking and discarding from that second wall, that short wall. That's called the begin game. And then we have the third wall, that is the middle game. And then we have the fourth wall, which is the end game. So train yourself to estimate the length of a wall so that you can pace yourself. I have a whole video on pacing yourself. It's called Speed to Ready, and it's a brand new, I guess you could say, concept for American Mah Jongg. So we did that, I believe, last week. So you could look in the Skills and Strategies Matrix to watch that video. And it's also based on strategy by wall. We're just talking about the red flags, though. So while you're playing the game, one of the big reasons we're drawn to it as gamers is because it requires critical thinking. You've got to be able to gather information and make decisions based on the intel that you gather. So this is going to require you to observe not only your hand, but what is happening at the table. And then you're going to assess that information, consider how you can use that information, and then make decisions and execute a plan. This is the process of critical thinking. And we don't typically do this point by point by point. This is just part of the process that we automatically go through. And your focus is going to determine whether or not you can leverage that information. In the pregame, this would be the Charleston. Here are the red flags. Any opponents passing blind, opponents stopping the Charleston, and opponents negotiating low. These are red flags, and they could indicate one of two things. Let me see here. Is it 2 or 3? Let's just start with 2. First, they have a well-developed hand, and they don't want to break up what they have. 2, they're in between with equal or not so equal, potential. And then 3, they don't know what they're doing. They don't want to make a decision just because they're not sure what to do. So I guess you could say there are 3 things that typically these would indicate. And you want to plan on the first one, that they have a well-developed hand, because you do not want to pass into a well-developed hand, because it's going to help them further develop their hand and potentially give them that opportunity to win before you're able to catch up. Because any of these things happening at the table would be a red flag. Anybody have any questions? We're going to now go play at I Love Maj in the exercise room, and we'll see if any of the robots put up red flags. And then we're going to come back to the presentation, and we're going to pick it up at that second wall. So we're going to go back and forth from the game to the presentation so that I can share red flags along the way. So we're going to play with robots and then take a pause and come back. So here we go. Let me stop sharing, and I will now go to Where is it? I love Maj. I've got it up. I wonder. Oh, here it is. Okay. All right. Here's I Love Maj. And you can see they have the 2024 card on already up and running. And we are going to play with robots, and I'm going to play just for fun because this is where they're not going to track your progress. And I believe there won't be a timer because we need to go back and forth to that presentation. Later, we could play with the robots where they have varying degrees of intelligence, which is fantastic. And then I think this is where we'll stick for this particular session. So we won't do Charleston modeling, which is the exercise room. This whole area, there are some great tools in here. If you're new to the game, give these a try. They will definitely help you shorten your learning curve. All right, so let's play with robots just for fun. And we're going to launch the game. Let's see here. We'll just play with intermediate, I guess, spots. Okay, now, so we're not open to live games. And let's see, we need to change the card. You can see there's 2023. We're going to do 2024. This is my first time playing on the card. Okay, set timer off. So here we go. Okay, so I'm going to sort by suit. Now, I haven't even looked at the card. Now, I did do an analysis, so I've been studying it for the last 3 days, but you really don't need to look at the card until you have to make a decision. And when you look at your dealt hand, you target multiples. It really simplifies decision making. So I know whatever I play will be using twos and probably wins. So I'm thinking a year hand, maybe. So I'm going to keep year tiles, and I probably will keep consecutive tiles also. And that leaves me with tiles that I can pass. Now, I do want to see real quick because we're already at a place where we have to make a decision. I would not pass like numbers. That's almost as risky as passing a pair. So that I would not do. No way. And I don't know yet if I want to let go of this pair of dragons because I got to look at the card because I'm not familiar with it yet. We almost have news, and then we have year tiles. Probably what we could do here, though, is maybe let the one dot or the one crack go. So let me just take a quick peek at the card because I know that there's north and south with offsuit pungs, third hand offsuit kongs, third hand down under winds and dragons. We could do new or north and south with 2-3. And then there's also, oh, wait, 3. We don't need the 3. All right, already I'm not making the switch. Okay, we're playing 2024. So we don't need the 3. That's our discard. For some reason, this is my first time playing with the card. So the 3 can go. We're looking for a 4. So maybe we can try for north and south with 1-2, the dot and the crack. North and south with 1-2. Now we do have almost news with dragons, but we have no flowers. So probably that green dragon is going to go. So let's just see what happens here. We have a pair of 9s now. The 5, the 6, and I think this dragon can go. Let's see. Now there is a consecutive run or like number hand with news. We would probably use the 1s, not the 2. So probably here, I would let the 1 crack go. And we could, let's see, maybe we can let the dragon go instead. I'm keeping the 9 because if we get an 8, or maybe we get another 9, which I know we let go of, we might be able to play a concealed hand. Okay, so we have a south. I think definitely we need to be in the wind and dragon category because now we have 2 multiples, north and south. So I would continue to let the dragon go, probably the 7 and the 5. Although I don't want to be stuck with like a pair here. So we could probably, I think we have a little bit of wiggle room because we have a 1 crack that we could let go of. Let's keep going. All right, now there's the 9. We also have 6 and 3. So there's an option for us for the third hand down. Let's let the 1 go. We're kind of, let's see, in between the third hand down on the left and the concealed hand. We have a 3. Let's see, let's continue for sure. We can let the 6, the 1, and then we now have to make a choice one way or another. So let's let the 3 go. And now we have 2 options. We can play the third hand down with the 1 dot in the 2 crack, or we can play the concealed hand with like numbers with 9s. And we just got another 9. So now we have a pung. That weighs heavier than the pair of 2s. So I would go with the concealed hand. News with like numbers. So we need an east in here. We need pungs north and south. This is a repeat hand, carryover hand is what it's called. We have 3 tiles to pass. Let's see here. I probably would pass the 1 here. We just got another 1. So we're still in between the third hand down and the concealed hand, but we have a pung of 9. So I'm going to let the 1 go. There's another 9. Now we can pass across 3 tiles. And I wouldn't keep the 2 crack as joker bait. That typically doesn't come into play until the third wall. So I would rather pass fully and see if I can get an east or maybe another 9. The 9 crack. We need pungs. We got an east. So I'm really glad we did that. We have 3 discards, a hand with no gaps. We're a front runner on this hand. So let's discard the 3 crack. Oh, 3 band. Sorry, that was a 3 band. So we have a hand with no gaps. We just need to build. Oh my goodness, look at jokers. These robots love kongs of flowers with jokers. Let me just say that. Oh, there we go. Change. Thank you. Okay, now we're 1 away from ready. That was a really good Charleston for us. Joker. We're ready to win after 2 picks. That was fantastic. And we're ready on a 1, 2, 3. We're ready on a quad weight. This is, oh, no. This is a triple weight. We can win with a 9 crack, a north, or a south because we have jokers. We can just reallocate them. So this is a triple weight. Not surprised with that one because the dragons were going around. That was loud. I was a little afraid that they might take it. Okay. We're looking for 9 crack, north or south for the concealed wind hand. Now, I'm pretty sure someone else is playing winds. Maybe the player across from us, or maybe the player to our right is playing the news hand, second hand from the bottom under winds and dragons with a Kong of dragons. There are other hands they could be playing, but I'm concerned because no winds are out yet, except the east.
8, 7, call 1.
Okay, so dragon with a 3 dot. So they are playing with a Kong of 3s, actually. They could be playing the second hand down under consecutive run, mixed suit hand. They could also be playing, let's see, they could also be playing the 3, 6, 9 fourth hand down, like numbers with 3s and corresponding dragon. That's our Mahjong, so it doesn't really matter. Mahjong. Woohoo! nobody else was in wins. So we had a wide open road for this hand. On the left, they're playing 2, 3, 4, 5 dragons. This is the second hand down under consecutive run. 3, 6, 9 with jokers there. 3, 6, 6, 9. There looks like they're playing probably the second hand on the right under 3, 6, 9, top hand. And then on the left, like numbers with sevens. And that shape is pung, kong, pung. Or really kong with the flowers, pung, kong, pung with the number tiles. All right, here we go. Next game. Let's see. Oh, thank you, Jane. Oh, thank you, Susan. I appreciate that. Let's hope. Okay, now here we go again. So we're not going to look at the card or anything because we're just going to target the multiples. It really simplifies decision making. We have a 1 bam pair and a south, another pair of wins. So we're going to keep it for a little bit at least. Number tiles, oops. Number tiles are far more flexible, and we do have 1, 2, 3, 4 in here of some kind. So I would start there. We have a pair of sevens too. Now let's look and see real quick if we have a 1, 3, 5 mixed suit odd hand that we might be able to play. So for example, we could maybe try 7 dot there, 1 bam pair. We have mixed suit 1, 3. Let's see, no jokers. There's an odd hand we could maybe try. I don't think so, though. I think we have way too many gaps. We have no 5s, and we don't have the right 9. So I would not consider odds. I would stick with consecutive run. And probably with these tiles, I would probably break up the 7 and pass the south. Stick with number tiles, 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're just going to gather until we run out of discards. Or we have a risky pass. So we have a lot of 1, 2, 3, but we also have some 1, 3, 5 in here. We could maybe play 1, 3, 3, 5, pung, pung, kong, kong, second hand down on the left under odds. We have a hand there with no gaps. We also have a lot of 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4 even. Here's a 6 too, but we cannot go from 1 to 6 unless we play a pair hand, and we have no dragons. That would be the second hand from the bottom under singles and pairs. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 through 6. That's not going to, there are no 6 number ranges in consecutive run. The max range is 5 numbers. So we really don't need that 6. So I would pass the east, the 6. Now, let's see. We need another tile to pass. We have a 1 bam pair. That should take the focus. So 1, 3, 3, 5, there's the hand with no gaps. We could also maybe do, let's see, 1 bam pair, 1, 2, 3, 4. We have no dragons. 2, 3, let's see. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Probably I would let the 5, no, 5 crack, 1, 3, 3, 5. That's a hand with no gaps. I'd probably let this 2 dot go. Although we do have 1, 2, 3 mixed suit kongs. So let's let the 4 dot go. That's not so bad. All right, now we have a south pair. Okay. Hi, Lisa. I don't know if you missed it, but I gave you a shout out. Thank you so much for joining as a channel member. I appreciate it. I hope we'll be able to hang out when I come see everybody in California. I think it's December this year. The first and second week of December, I'll be in California again. All right, now let's just look and see. Is there an odd dragon hand in 1 suit? We have a gap, no 5. 1, 3, 5 dragon, third hand down. We do have a flower here. Oh, whoa. We're not passing a pair. No, not doing that. I think the 2 crack can go. We're focused on the 1 bam. Okay, now we have a 3 cracks. So I probably would focus on 1, 2, 3 mixed suit Kongs. This is another carryover hand, third hand down on the right. That would allow us to use 2 multiples, but I'd probably keep the 3 and the 5. 1, 3, 3, 5. That's another carryover hand. Well, no, because it's pung, pung, kong, kong. So technically it's not a carryover. Let's let the dragon go here since we have no 5. Okay, now 4 dot, we have a 4 band. Let's just put these in order here. 1, 3, 4, 2, 4, 3, 5, 1, 2. South 6 can go. So we need 1 tile to let go of here. We could maybe, wait a minute. Maybe we should hold that wind. Maybe winds will come back. 1, 3, 5. Let's let the 4 and the 1. No. I don't want to let the 1 go. No, wait. We could do like numbers with 3s and news. That's why I was thinking, oh, let's keep that. Oh, well, we got the south pair again. I guess we can keep that south for a little while. So we have 1, 3, 2, 4, 2, 3, 5, south red. So probably this 4 dot can go and we can pass fully. There we go. Okay, that's kind of what I was hoping for a little bit. Almost news. We need east and west. So we could do maybe like numbers with 1s, or not like numbers with 1s because I let the 1 dot go, but we do have 3s. We could leverage that pair of 3s, the 3 crack. All right, here we go. We're good there for now. Ooh, there's another pair. Okay, so with 2 pairs of 3s, I would now let the 2s go. We could do like numbers with 3s and news. That would be the third hand down under any like numbers, or we can do 1, 3, 3, 5, which is stronger because we've got 3 multiples. This is the second hand down, pung, pung, kong, kong. Let's let the south go. Okay, no, we don't need that. All right, here we go. So we're looking at probably little odds or like numbers with maybe 3s. There's a west. I'm thinking like numbers with 3s, but we need to Kong these 3s. Let's let the 7 go. We can still maybe play 1, 3, 3, 5, and we could even pung the 1 and the 3 bam. But I would wait. Now we have a 2, 1, 2, 3, and 1 suit. Now there is, let's see here. I was thinking of gate hands. There are 2 gate hands in here where you have Kongs with pairs in the middle. Well, somewhat. The second hand from the bottom under evens, that's a bit of a gate hand. And then there's the 3, 6, 9 hand, third from the bottom. But we don't have 6s or 9s. I was just thinking of, was there a consecutive gate hand? And there is not. So let's keep going. We're going to let the, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 3, 5. We'll let 2 go. Okay, we got the 3 bam. 1, 3, 3, 5. I would let this 2 go for sure. Let's see. 3, 3. We could do maybe second or third hand from the bottom. There's a chow in there. 1, 2, 3. Concealed, of course. Somebody kept the 1 dot though. Let's let this 2 bam go. I think we're the closest to like numbers with 3s and news. And we have a potential for 1, 3, 3, 5. We just got flower, another flower. So I would focus on like numbers with 3s. Now we have that pair. We can use the 1 bam as joker bait. We're ready to Kong the 3 bam. We do have a weakness with that east. Okay, we're on our way to news like number hand. Oh, we need a joker now. Darn. Oh, interesting. Now they're going to need, if they have a pung of west, they're going to have a east, but it should only be a pung. So we should still be able to get to a single east. It's a bit risky, actually. We let a 5 crack go for that little odd hand. Let's see, that would be the second hand down under odds. Whoa. Okay, we don't need that. Oh, we don't need 7 dot. No jokers up for grabs yet. There's a joker for us. We need that for 3 crack. All right, so we have joker bait with our 1 bam. There are 57 tiles remaining. This is the sweet spot for joker bait. There's a joker up for grabs now. Okay, let's let the 1 bam go and see what happens. Now, with the west and the 9 bam Kong, they're doing east and west with 8, 9. So they need 8 dots. Or I suppose 8 cracks. We don't know yet which one. So this 7 should be good. 6 bam, 7 dot over there. They're probably doing pung kong. Let me see here. Pung, pung, kong, kong. Second hand from the bottom on the right under consecutive run. All right, someone got a joker. Okay, let's see if they Kong or Mahjong. Oh, here we go. 8, 8, 7, 8. Okay, 5 bam. They need a 5 bam over here on the right. 5, 6, 7, 8. Pung, pung, kong, kong. There's east. They didn't take it. So now we could be in a bit of trouble here. Hmm. Well, we might need to switch to the first like number hand, because if they have a pung of east in their hand and east just went down and they did not take it, my hope is they're not ready for it. We need a single in there. We don't need that. Oh, we need to let this 1 bam go. Oh, yeah. Wait, this 1 bam should be okay. So no power there with joker bait. We got a joker. Okay, now we might need to play that first any like number hand. Pung, kong, pung with 3s. How many 3 dots are out? Oh, you know what? I forgot that we're supposed to go back to the presentation. I'm not used to doing strategy by wall with this platform because I can't really see the tiles. All we have is this indicator here. So we'll do it again and I'll try to be aware, more aware. We're in the end game right now. Okay, joker exchange. All right, so now we're ready to win on an east, but I don't know if it's going to happen because of the player on our left. Let's see what happens here. Oh, yep, look, east right there. I was thinking we were going to need to switch to that first like number hand. So they have 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. We got pretty close. Well, we got ready to win. Ready to win. So I feel good about that progress there. All right, here we go. Next game. Now this time I'm going to try to remember to go back to the presentation. Okay, now here we have a widespread. This is where you look for the predominant pattern. And the first thing I look for is like numbers, because that is going to show what you have more of as far as a base. So in this case, we have like numbers with 1s, like numbers with 3s, and 5s, 1, 3, 5. So there's our predominant pattern, little odds. And that's because we focused on like numbers. Sometimes you can see runs, and we do have a run 1 through 5. So I would keep the 4 and probably the 2. However, we have 8s, and I would not pass like numbers. So probably I would let the 2 dot go, or maybe the 5 dot, because we have 1s and 3s. This 2 dot might be helpful. Okay, now we have our first multiple, so we reassess. We do have some even potential in here. Let's see here. There is that, I don't know what you would want to call it. It is kind of a gate hand. Second hand from the bottom under evens. Pair of flowers, 2 8 and 1 suit with 4 6 in the middle. We have no flowers though, but we do have the 2, the 8, and the 4 and the 6. I would definitely pass the wind. Let's see. Oh, thank you, Lisa. All right, so we have 3 4 5 6. That's a full run. I think I would let go of the little odd hand and focus on either 3 4 5 6 in 1 suit or evens, because we're looking at the 4 crack. Really, there's an 8 now. We have a pair of 1s also, but our multiples are 4 8. 2 multiples is better than 1, so I would break that up. Now here we have 3 4 5 6 7 and an 8. We have a south. We have to pick a hand so we can whittle out discards. So let's see. There's we have mixed suits, pair 8. So the mixed suit options with runs in consecutive run are only 4 numbers. So we're not going to go 4 5 6 to an 8 with a pair of 4s. That can't happen. 4 5 6, 4 5, or 2 8. We have no flowers for that second hand from the bottom. Let's see, what else could we do? What about the multiplication hand? Let's see. 4 6 2 4. No, that really is not gelling either. The multiplication, third hand from the bottom under 2 4 6 8. We have no flowers. Now we could maybe do pung pung kong kong, second hand from the bottom in 1 suit, 3 4 5 6 or 4 5 6 7. That's probably what I would do at this point. Since we have no flowers, I would probably let this 2 dot go. So we're going to focus on 3 4 5 6, pung pung kong kong, hand of least resistance. We have joker bait maybe with the 8 dot. I think, let's see, 3 4 5 6, maybe keep the 7. Let's break up the 8. Joker bait does you no good during the Charleston. It actually is an encumbrance. So try not to focus on like joker bait during the Charleston. It really comes into play once the game starts after East discards. Okay, so let's see. We have a 5, a 1, and an 8 that can go. We have no 2 cracks, so I wouldn't hold the 1. Now what we could do is maybe keep the 1 and let the 3 go. 3 bam, because if we get a 2 crack, then we've got 1 through 7. Lots of options in that range. We got a 2 bam, so let's let East 2 with a 1 go. Okay, I see things moving on. Save the 1 crack for a run. Yep, I got you, Susan. I thought so too. Okay, here we go. We got another 4. We have West 1 5. Those can be passed. So we're looking at 3 4 5 6 7. 3 through 7. The 1 is probably going to go unless we get a 2 crack, which we did not. So really we have 4 discards. I'd say we're a contender here. 3 4 5 6 is what I would, well, no, we have an extra discard. We're probably an underdog until we can build up the 5 6 and cracks. So this is the second hand from the bottom under consecutive run. I think I would keep my options open though.
7.
Now here's a red dragon. Red dragon, there is that fifth hand down. Is it fifth hand down? Pair, pair, pung, pung, kong. Pair, let's see, 3, 4, pair, pair, pung, pung, 5, 6, kong with the red. That doesn't require any flowers. Nice. That's the fifth hand down under consecutive run. I would keep that dragon. I'm thinking this one crack can go. There's another Kong with jokers. Okay, now offsuit dragons in consecutive run is the second hand down. 3, 4, 5, 6 offsuit dragon. We might be able to use that for the second hand down under consecutive run. Pair, pair, pung, kong, dragon, pung, pair. So I would keep this green dragon too. So I would keep those. Let's let the 9 bam go. All right, we have a couple of hands to play here. Second hand down under consecutive run. Second hand from the bottom under consecutive run, or the fifth hand down. Pair, pair, pung, pung, kong. We'd have to throw away a 4. So I wouldn't probably do that. And now there's a red dragon out, and we're not ready for it. We don't have enough tiles. We would have to kong. Okay, now let's see. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 6 tiles, 6 number run. That's really not helpful. It looks really pretty, but it's really not helpful. Let's let the 5 dot go. 3 through 8, that's not at all a hand. 3 through 7, if we get a white dragon, we could maybe try the pair hand, second hand from the bottom under singles and pairs, but we'd have to throw away a joker. So I probably would not do that. Oh, we don't need dots. All right, now there's our tile. If we call that for a pung, we would be committing to 3, 4, 5, 6, second hand from the bottom. Pung, pung, kong, kong. And we're not ready to kong the 5, 6. I would let it go for now. And if another 3 goes down, I'd probably call it. Oh, joker. Nice. Okay. Let's see here. That red dragon hand, we could maybe still play now that we have another joker here. Let's let this one, maybe the 8 crack can go. Well, there's a pure kong. Okay, we don't need the 2. We don't need a 5. I'm kind of thinking we should play that second hand from the bottom. We're at 76 tiles remaining. I forgot to go back to that presentation. Let's see. We're close enough, though. Let me share my screen. Let's see if the game will let me do this. Okay, hold on. Let's see. I need to go here. Oops. Okay, red flags in the begin game. We're beyond that a little bit. Opponents making exposures could be an indicator that they have a well-developed hand. Opponents discarding jokers could be an indicator that they're playing singles and pairs. And then let's just say we went back. I don't think there was a red flag there. That would be the player on the left. They had a kong of jokers. So they were risking those jokers. That is a red flag. So now we're in the middle game. This is where we are right now, 76 tiles remaining. It's anywhere between 41 and 80 tiles. That's the middle game, the third wall. Opponents making exposures. It just means that they're expediting hand development. And then anytime someone makes an exposure in the middle game, really as the game progresses, the post-exposure discard is very telling because they will have had time to develop their hand, to the point where they probably have all keepers, and those are tiles that they're whittling out. So it can kind of narrow down the range of what hand they could be playing. So if you can be mindful of those post-exposure discards, you can use that to your advantage. Any opponents discarding jokers would be a red flag. It could be an indicator that they're either playing a pair hand or they're ready on a single or pair tile. All right, now we're going to go back to I Love Maj, and then we're going to stop at 41 tiles remaining, and then we'll talk about the end game. Okay, so I'll stop sharing, and then we'll go back to I Love Maj. Let's see here. Where did it go? There it is. No, that's not it right here. Okay, all right, here we go. So now 9-band, we don't need that. So no jokers up for grabs. Here we go. We're 76 tiles remaining. So we're in the middle game. The middle game again is from 80 tiles down to 41. Eight dot, we don't need that. So we have a Kong with a Pung. They're probably playing like numbers with eights. On the right, 2, 4, 6, 8, Pung. Is there a Pung, Pung, Kong, Kong hand? Let's see. Yeah, first hand under 2, 4, 6, 8. Pung, Pung, Kong, Kong is likely what they're playing there. I think it's second hand. Okay, now here's the second red dragon. Here, without the 6 crack pair in our hand, if we play that second hand down, we would be putting ourselves at risk with that 6 crack. If we take that red dragon with a Kong, we have an option, so I'd let it go. Oh, I'm sorry. This would be the 5th hand down in 1 suit, and we'd have to throw away a pair of 4s anyway. I think the third or second hand down or the second hand from the bottom under consecutive run are better for us. Okay, we need a keeper. No. Okay, now we have a flower. We could maybe play that carryover hand, 3rd hand down in 1 suit. With a flower, we have all 1 suit, so that's really our only option at the moment. I guess unless we were to switch to the quint, but we'd have to throw away a pair of 4s. So I probably wouldn't do that. Let's see, let's let the 7 crack go. Okay, now here we have to make a choice because we could play the 3rd hand down. That's the carryover hand, pair flowers, triple Kong, 3, 4, 5. We could Kong. The 3 crack is going to require a joker. But we could also still play 3, 4, 5, 6, Pung, Pung, Kong, Kong. Or we could maybe play that second hand down with the dragon and not call this tile. I think, let's see, since there's a flower discarded and a Kong of flowers, I say we let it go because that's right there is 4, 5. There are only 2 more flowers out, and I don't want to get painted into a corner. So I would let this go and focus on the second hand down, which requires no flowers, or the second hand from the bottom. So we're going to let this one go. Either way, with those 2 hands, we need a Pung, and we already have it. Okay, so let's let the flower go. Now that we need to make a choice. Since we have only 1 dragon, I would Pung and commit to the second hand from the bottom. We're at 59 tiles remaining, which is the very middle of the game. If we want to have any chance of winning, we need to expedite. So I would go ahead and commit to this hand. If you can, commit to a hand at this stage, the middle of the game. Okay, so now I think the riskiest tiles we have are going to be the dragons. We don't know what the player across from us is doing. Okay, now we have joker bait with the 4 dot. We're kind of beyond the point of the sweet spot for joker bait, so we'll let it go next. I don't know what this player across from us is doing. Let's see if we can get a joker here. Now this 8 bam is going to be really risky because of the player on our left. Let's see, now they have a pung, so they have to be playing like numbers. Let's see here. I think we can wait on joker bait. Let's get this 8 bam out. There it is. Now, here's the thing. They're going to need 4 jokers for that hand. That's kind of crazy. These are intermediate robots, and I wouldn't recommend committing like that because the 8 cracks are over here to the right. They're going to need 4 jokers. So I would basically say they're an underdog, and I wouldn't even be concerned about them at all. So now let's let the 4 dot go. Power. We got a keeper though with the 5. Okay, so we're at 48 tiles. After 2 more picks, we'll be in the end game. We got a keeper. 46 tiles remaining. How many 1 cracks are out? None. We got a keeper. We're at 42 tiles. Let's run back. We're going to go back to the presentation because we're going to talk about the end game. We're going to be ready to win in just a minute here. Let's see, end screen. We need to go back to our presentation here. Okay, so here we go. Here's what you need to think about in the end game. The red flags. Opponents making exposures. They're going to be likely playing to win, pushing to win, which means they're going to be willing to take risks. And that could mean discarding a risky tile, like your Mahjong tile. Their post-exposure discards have the greatest meaning at this time in the game. Opponents discarding jokers have likely folded, but they could also be waiting on a pair or a single. Now, there is this risk assessment that you could go through. This is a little bit advanced, so let me know what you guys think about this. I'm kind of thinking we should forego the risk assessment because we're all new to the card and we don't know the hands well enough to assess the risk too deeply other than accounting for 3 tiles. So I say we go back to the game and let this go for now. So I'm going to stop sharing and we're going to go back to the game. Let's see here. Where's my game? All right, here's the game. Now we're going to discard. We're going to be ready to, whoa, what is going on here with my, yikes, hold on. My computer is freaking out. That was weird. It was flashing. All right, 4 dot out. So now we're ready on a double weight. We can win with a 5 crack or a 6 crack. Kong, 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 Kong. Second hand from the bottom under consecutive run. We're not worried about the player on the left because they're going to need 4 jokers. We have 2. So that means they're going to be pretty dang lucky if they have 4 jokers or even 3. Now the 5 crack is a fresh tile. So is the 6 crack. This player to our right probably has our 6 crack, which means we may need to dedicate jokers there because they're playing 2, 4, 6, 8. First hand, second option under evens. So probably the 5 crack is what we're looking for. We got it. All right. We have a pung of 3 cracks, 4 crack pung, Kong 5, Kong 6. Mahjong. Woohoo! They did have our 6, just 1. And the player on our left did have 3 jokers. Wow. They were going to need 1 more joker, though, so I wasn't very worried about them. Now, if somebody had an exposure with a joker, then I would be concerned because they could maybe do a joker exchange. But we got there first anyway. So, pung, pung, kong, kong. This is the second hand from the bottom on the left under consecutive run. Okay, let's see what we can do now. We have a pung of 1s. So I say we hold the 1s, and we have no 3. I'm thinking we could maybe try for like numbers if we get news. The news hand, or maybe dragons. We don't need flowers for the dragon hand. So with 1s, 1, 9, we have no jokers. We do, let's see, with a pung of 1s though, I would not play a pair hand. There was still a joker in the wall, yes. Let's see, we have no 3, so I would not focus on odds. So let's let the 9 and the 8 go, and now we need to let something else go. I'm thinking the 4 crack. We do have a 1, 2 there. I think the 9 can go. All right, here we go. So here's a 7 dot pair and a 9 bam pair. 7 dot 9 bam. Look, 7, 9. So we have 2 multiples there and then a pung of 1s. 7, 9, and dots. So let's just see what we can do with that. Let's see, 7, 9, and dots. 1, 3, 5. We could maybe play the 4th hand down, 3 pairs, 1, 3, 5. We have no 3 crack. So maybe the 4s can go and this 2. And then 7.9 bam. We need a 3 crack in there. Let's see here. That would allow us to use the 7 and the 9. Since we have a 7 and a 9, that's 1 more tile than a pung of 1s. I think what I would do here is let the 1 crack go and pass. Focus on the 7 and the 9. Big odds, maybe. It'd be really nice if we can get a 3 crack though. Here's a 5, 7 though now. 5, 7, 7, 9. We could maybe do, let's see here, 7, 9 offsuit Kongs, 4th hand down. 4th hand down under odds. Let's see, 7, 9 mixed suit. 5, 7 with 7s. All right, let's see. We do have an 8 here. 7, 8, 9. 5, 7, 8, 9. The 4 and the 2 can go. I would let the 1 dot go too. All right, now we have a 6 and an 8. So this hand is trending to 5 through 9. We're going to keep going. Now there's a red flag. Joe stopped the Charleston, and they're sitting across from us. So we're just going to decline. We decline. So I would let this 3 go and focus on either the 4th hand down, which is a gap hand right now. 1, 3, 5, 3 pairs. 7 dot Kong, 9 bam Kong. So we have a gap, but we could also maybe play 6, 7, 8, 9. Second hand from the bottom on the right. Mixed suits. Pung, pung, Kong, Kong. There's a 7 bam. Let's let the 1 go. So we have a lot of 6, 7, 8, 9. Is there a pair hand? 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's see. 9, 8. How about the 9, 8, 7 hand? That is the outside pair hand. 9, 8, 7. 9, 8, 7. If we can get a 9 dot. Let's see. 9, 8. No, we need an 8 crack. 9, 8 and cracks. Probably not. That's probably not likely. 3rd hand down on the right under singles and pairs. But we do have some potential there. Okay, we got a joker. So I would not even consider that hand. Let's see. Let's just leave it there, because if we get a 3 crack, I'd probably try for that 4th hand down under odds. Let's let the 3 die go. Let's just see what we get, because we could still play that mixed suit pung pung kong kong hand, second hand from the bottom on the right. That's a hand of least resistance. I would not call that. Let's see. I don't think there's anything we can do there with what we have. I would not commit to that. Let's see, 5, 7. We could do the second hand down on the right, 5, 7, 7, 9, but it's pretty weak. We can let 1, 7 go. If another 7 bam goes down, we could call and play that second hand down on the right. Pung, 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 kong. You know, there's a Kong of 8s, so we're definitely not playing that outside pair hand. Okay, we're not going to call that at all. 4 dot, nope, outside our range. We're not going to take that either. I'm still hoping we'll get the 3 crack. Okay, 8, 9 mixed suit Kongs ahead of us there. 8, 9 mixed suit Kongs. They could be playing north and south or east and west with those Kongs. They could also be playing maybe the 3rd hand down on the right under consecutive run. They could also, let's see, be playing 8, 9. I think it's going to be one of those 2 hands at the moment. Oh, you know what? I need to remember the addition hands down there. We have no flowers, so, but I always forget to look in that part of the card. Okay, here we go. So they're playing either north and south or east and west, 3rd hand down, or they're playing the, let's see, 3rd hand down on the right under consecutive run. 6 bam. Okay, we have almost all 7 through 9 in here. I'm still kind of holding out for 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's let the 6 bam go. Still holding out for a 3 crack. Well, there's our answer. They're playing the 3rd hand down on the right. That 5 crack, we need a pair for that. Unless we play 5, 7, 7, 9, pung kong, pung kong. That's the first 5, so I would let it go. Our hand's not strong enough yet to commit. I'd rather, okay, now here, I'm going to discard this because I don't think they're ready to win. 77 tiles remaining. We only just now are going into the middle game. My bet here is that they're not ready. They were ready. Oh my goodness. I'm surprised, but they had a joker, so that was a risk doing that. But I'm okay with that. I really didn't think they would be ready this early. All right. So east and west with 8, 9. All right. Let's see if we have a better start. No, we don't. We have a wide spread again. We almost have news. Let's look for like numbers in here. We have all the 5s. We also have 2 7s and 2 9s. That means we have a predominance of 5, 7, 9. I would let that dragon go and the 4 and the 1. Maybe the 4 dot can go. So we're not passing corresponding dragon. So we could maybe do like numbers with 5s and news. We have no flowers though, but we could also maybe do a big odd hand. We've got a north. We can let the 2 go. Now 2, 4, 6 like this, that's going to be pretty risky. Here we have 4, 5, 6 building. 4, 5, 6 consecutive run is far more flexible. I would probably let that north go. North, let's see here. Let's just think about that. 5, 7, 9. I think I'd rather keep the north because we could maybe play the north and south 3rd hand down. We might be able to play the concealed hand too. So I think what I would do here is let the 7 and the 9 go. Focus on this 4, 5, 6 for efficiency. Okay, now there's a 5. That's our first multiple. So I would just reassess, build around the 5. 5s, like numbers with 5s, and news maybe. We need a flower in here. So we have 4, 5, 6, 5 bam, 5, 7 in dots. Here's a 7 bam, 9 crack, 8. So we have 4 through 9. That's way too long of a range. I would let this 9 crack go. And let's see, 5, 7. 5, 7. We have no dragons. 5, 7, 9. No flowers. Let's see, 5 bam. We don't have a 1 and a 3. I'm thinking 4, 5, 6, 7 of some kind. So I probably let's see here, north, east, west, news, north and south with Kongs. North and south with Kongs, yes. Okay, we have to make a choice. I think we should let the 8 and the 7 go. That right there is a little bit risky. Okay, now we have news. So I would let this 7 go, and I would keep the 5s. We're playing a gap hand. We need a flower. There's another wind. Let's let the 4 go, and then one of the dragons. News with 5s. All we need is a flower. We have pairs of north and west. So let's see here. We have 5s. I would not pass two dragons. We could maybe try for north and south or east and west with Kongs 4 and 5. Third hand down. This hand keeps coming back. Why is it doing that? I would not pass 2 flowers. That's the thing. I think I would pick either north and south or east and west and leave our options open until we get a flower. Okay, now we have tiles we can pass. There's a pair of red dragons now. Let's see, pair of red dragons. That's really not helpful. We have a north though here. Let's see. No, I think we should let the dragon go and pass fully. We have no other dragon, so that pair of reds is not helpful. Okay, so now we have an option, 4, 5. We actually have the 6 back, 4, 5, 6. Let's let the dragon go. All right, so what we're looking for here is a flower for maybe the news-like number hand. Winds concealed. Maybe, we could maybe try that. We have no gaps. We do have the pair of 5s. That's a good idea. Let's see. Yolanda, nice, good idea. Thank you. Five crack. Okay, we'll let the 2 go. So I would definitely focus on either like numbers or the news concealed hand. And incidentally, that is a really good switchable hand. The news concealed hand, you can stay concealed, obviously, but if your multiples build to Kong level with the number tiles, you could switch to that news hand, of course, under any like number, but you've got to have a pair of flowers, which we don't have. So I would say the likely hand for us is news concealed. Kudos to Yolanda. We don't need it. Oh my gosh, look at that. 3 jokers. Yikes. That's really risky. Okay, pure Kong on the left. There's another north. Let's see here. Let's let the 6 crack go. So we're looking better for that concealed hand. We have 3 discards at the moment. That's our tile, but we're concealed. Wow, look though, we just got 5 dot pair. Let's let the 4 go. Ah, I would love to get a flower in here. A flower would be nice. Look, we've got 3 5s. This looks like a pair hand, but it's not. Three, three, four, five. 3, 5, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. I'm looking at maybe this third hand from the bottom, but we have no flowers. We have no business looking at that hand, especially with the Kong of flowers out. Oh my goodness. Dragons. Like numbers with dragons. Look how close we got though. That was a nice try for that means concealed hand here. Okay, let's see what we have now. Another widespread. What in the world? Flower, east, west, red and green, 1, 3 and bams, 5, 6 and cracks, 7, 8, 9. So I would focus on a consecutive run hand here. 5 through 9 of some kind. All right, 5 through 9. There's one consecutive run hand with wins, east and west. Mixed suit Kongs. Let's see. 5, 6, 7, 8 mixed suit hands. There's a few in there that we could maybe play under consecutive run. With 5 through 9, we don't need a 3. Let's see here. I don't know if I would pass a 1 and a 3 in one suit. East and west. Let's focus on number tiles. All right, we got a 7 crack and a 9. We do have some big odd potential in here now. Let's see, with that, let's pass the dragon. Okay, 8. There's our first multiple. 6, 7, 8, 9 of some kind. 6 through 9. There's a gap between the 7 and the 9 crack, so I would let the 9 crack go. We have 5, 6, 7, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's really not a hand yet. Okay, now we have another multiple though, the 6 dot. So we could do 6 through 9, 6, 8, 9, 6, 7, 8, 9. Second hand from the bottom on the right. We definitely should keep going. And let's see, 6, 7, 8. We could maybe even play that triple Kong hand with a pair of flowers. So now what do we let go of? We have 6, 7, 8. 6, 7, 8 in one suit. 5 through 9. Okay, we're just going to do the best we can here. Okay, let's see here. Yikes, this is super risky. Oh, shoot. I think that's the best we can do, though. Okay, now we are getting a little bit of 2, 4, 6, 8 in there. Let's see. Let's let the 8 go here. We have 2, 4 there. The 5 can go. We kind of picked up a 2, 4, 6, 8 hand. Mixed suit. Pung, pung, kong, kong. This would be the, let's see here. Where's the first hand on the right? There's an 8. Okay, so 6, 7, 8, 9. I would just focus on that. Or we could do 6, 7, 8, one suit Kongs. So let's pass 3. Let's do 2, 4, 9. Okay, we have 4 discards and an option with that flower. So we could try either the third hand down on the left. If we get a 5 dot, we could maybe try the first consecutive run hand with big numbers. Or we can maybe play the one suit pung pung kong kong hand, second hand from the bottom. Let's keep our eyes open for dragons. We might be able to play that 5th hand down if we can get a white dragon. So we have 2, 4, 6, 8 now here. Mixed suit, pung pung kong kong, second hand on under evens, first hand, 2, 6. Okay, we have another multiple. So I would switch from consecutive run to 2, 4, 6, 8. 2, 4, 6, 8, 2 suits, first hand on the right. I'd probably still keep the 7 and 9 as an option. We could still maybe play that. Okay, now here we have to decide. Because we have multiples with the 6 and the 8, I would go ahead and pung. Expedite. So we're doing 2, 4, 6, 8. So we can let the 7 go. We need one good pick for that 6. 5 dot. Let's see. 4. Yeah. 4, 5, 5, 6. We don't need all that. 4, 5, 6, 7. We do have 4, 5, 6, 7 in here. Pung, pung, kong, kong. But we have this pung of 8s. So I would focus on that. I would not be distracted by that 5. 3 crack was just thrown. Let's see. Lisa just got the card. Nice. Okay. I think here I would probably, it's a year tile. I think I would call it. Let's let the 9 go. We're at 80 tiles remaining. We just started the middle game. We'll call. Okay, now we need a 6 dot or a joker. 2 crack would be really nice. Oh, there's a couple jokers up for grabs. That's a red flag. Anybody who has a Kong with 2 jokers, they're pushing to win. Or they're just a risk taker. They're an aggressive player, or I should say assertive. They're an assertive player, although that robot might be aggressive. Okay, let's see. We'll let the 5 go. So there's 4 jokers up for grabs here. 6 bam. Okay, now they have a Kong of red dragons with a 6. Kong of red dragons with a 6 offsuit. So they're playing the, let's see, with a Kong of dragons, they could be playing a 3, 6, 9 hand, 4th one down with 6s, or they could be playing also the 2nd hand down under consecutive run. These hands are kind of easy to spot. These dragon hands are easy to spot. What do you guys think about that? 3 bam. No, we don't need that. So we have a 3, 4 consecutive Kongs. 1 dot. We don't need that. Let's see. 1 crack is out. There are a lot of jokers up for grabs. Here we go. All right. Now we're ready to win on a multiple weight. Multiple weight. We can win on a 6 dot or a joker. There's 2 jokers up for grabs here. 4 dot, red dragon. Oh, darn. We got ready. 6, 7, 8, 9. Hung, hung, kong, kong. And the least resistance. Oh, and they are playing that 3, 6, 9 hand across from us. 3, 6, 9 with corresponding dragons. Oh, this player on the right, they're ready to win on a south. Interesting. Okay, here we go. All right, now we've got some multiples to work with. We have a 1 bam pair, a 4 and an 8. The 4 and 8 is better than a 1 bam with only a 2. So we're going to do something with the 4, 8. We might be able to play a 2, 4, 6, 8 hand of some kind. So I would just hold all the even tiles. And I'd probably break up that 1. All right, now the 1 can go. We have a pair of 7s. So now we have a stronger potential in here for 6, 7, 8, 9. I would let probably that 2 go. With a 4, 8 in dots, Without a 2 and a 4, I don't think that's going to be helpful at all. I think I'd rather play consecutive run. I would not pass a 1-1-2. This dragon, let's see, 6, 7, 8, 9, 6, 7, dragon. No, that's not really helpful. Let's see here. I think I would break up the 4 and then let these 4s go and focus on 6, 7, or 7, 8, 7, 8, 9, 6 through 9 of some kind. All right, now there's a 7 and a 5. Here's another 5. A 4 through 8, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, that's not going to work. So I would let the 4 dot go. This 4 crack can go later. We have a 7, 8. That's what we're targeting. 6, 7, 8. Really, this 5 dot, that's not very helpful. I'd keep the 4 and put the 4 crack in there. I don't want to pass a 4, 5 dot. We have 6, 7, 8 of some kind, maybe the 9. We'll see. We're still gathering. Okay, so now we have a pair of 5s. Let's see. Here's 4, 5, 4, pair 5. Let's see here. We have 5, 7, 7. Let's see. We have no flowers. I keep thinking about if we have potential for an addition hand, but we have no flowers. We're going to keep going. I think we can pass that white dragon. 5 crack pair, 5, 7, 9, 5, 7, 9 of some kind, maybe. We do have some big odd potential in here. We need to let something go. 6, 7, 8, 9 is probably strongest. Let's let the 9 crack go though. It's isolated without a flower. We could maybe try for, let's see, 7, 8, 9 mixed suit Kongs, but we have no flowers. Okay, now there's an 8. So now we have 6, 7, 8. There's a 9, bam. Now we have 5, 7, 9. 5, 7, crack. 7, 9, bam. Pung, pung, Kong, Kong, no gaps. That's the second hand down on the right. We still do have potential in here though for a 6, 7, 8, 9 hand of some kind. I think I would risk passing a 4, 5 now. See if we can build what we have here. No keepers. Now this, oh my gosh, that's risky. Let's see here. What about this 4? 4, 5, 6, 7, pung kong, pung kong. 6, 7, 8, 9. We have an 8 dot pair. 4, 5. Let's see. 8 mixed suits. Let's let the 9 bam go. Okay, now we have a 4, 5. Okay, we have 4 through 8. That's way too wide. All right, we need to identify some discards here. I think what I would do is probably let the 3, 4, 7 go here and focus on 4, 5, 6, 7 cracks and bams. Or we could maybe do something with the 8 dot, but I'm thinking that 8 dot is going to be joker bait. We have an 8 bam now. Let's see. Oh, I would love to get a 6 crack in here. 5, 6, 7, 8. That would use all those multiples. This 8 dot is probably going to be joker bait. And I would try to keep that because now we're at that point where joker bait comes into play. If you don't have if you have discards that can get you to that 60 tile marker. So we have a couple of hands we could play here. 4, 5, 6, 7 mixed suit, pung pung kong kong, or we can do 1 suit, pung pung kong kong. Second hand from the bottom under consecutive run. That would be a great tile for us, but nope, we're not. Oh, that's a red flag. There's an exposure with 2 jokers up. Wow, that's risky. Okay, let's see. Let's let the 1 go. Okay, there's a 5. We have 4 through 8. That's too big of a range. 4 through 8 again. All 4 through 8 at the moment. Okay, now I think we should start picking off these 4s. Stick with 5 through 8. 5 through 8 is workable somehow. Let's see, 7, 8, 6, 7, 8. We're kind of zeroing in on that fourth hand down under consecutive run. If we can get a 6 dot, I would love to get a 6 dot. We're not ready to call anything. 7 bam. All right, let's see. We have 4, 5 cracks, 6, 7 bam. That's our strongest option. I think I would let the 5 dot go here. Let's see, with 6, 7, 8, I would not play that fourth hand down. I think I would focus on second hand from the bottom in either 2 suits or 1 suit, and the 8 dot will be joker bait. Okay, so we've got 3 jokers up for grabs. Oh, we don't want to keep that. We can't call that. Okay, so now with a 6 band pung out, I would focus on 4, 5. Let's see, wait a minute. Let's see, 6 band pung. That kind of 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 8, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, 6, 7, 8. We might still be able to use that 6 if we get a 6 dot for that fourth hand down. All right, let's just see what happens here. Now we have a 5 crack. 4, 5, 6, 7. That 6 bam impacted our hand. 5, 7, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's see here. 4, 5, 7, 8, 5, 6. Here, 6 crack to the right. It'd be kind of nice to get a 6 crack in here. Let's let the 5 go. A 6 crack would be ideal for us. Let's see here now. 3, 4, 5, 3, 4. I don't think that's going to be helpful at all. Oh, we got the 6 dot. All right, now that fourth hand down, that's looking pretty good. We do have a weakness with our 7 dot. Let's let the 4, 5 go. It's a little bit painful. Let's see here. 5. Let's let the 4 go. If we get the 6 crack, we could still maybe try for that second hand on the right, second hand from the bottom under consecutive run. Okay, we definitely don't need a dragon. Okay, that was the joker up here in Joe's hand. We got the 7. All right, let's let the 5 go. So we're playing that fourth hand down, single pair Kong, fourth hand down under consecutive run. We have an extra 7 bam, but we have our singles and pairs. Okay, let's let the 5 go. Okay, 6, 7, 8, 6, 7, 8. Let's see here. In Mahjong competition rules, there's something called a mixed double chow. That's kind of what this is in a way. A mixed double run is what it is. Mixed double run. It's a double run, 6, 7, 8. But of course, we're dealing with multiples. but I would call this a mixed double run instead of 678, 678. That's too many syllables. Okay, now here we have a flower. 678, 7 crack. Okay, we have 6-7 pung pung. So they're doing a pung pung kong kong hand. Okay, we have jokers everywhere. All right, let's hold that. 6-7-8, 6-7. Oh my goodness, 6-7-8-9. We do have some pung pung kong kong in there. Okay, now that would be a Kong for us. We're not ready. Oh, that's loud. That's a pair for us if we're playing the fourth hand down. Okay, we can let that go. Oh, shoot. We got Mahjong on our tile. All right. I thought we were playing in something where we're not counting score. Why does it say I lost points? Anyway, we were trying for 6-7-8, 6-7-8. We got pretty close. Let's see, we have an extra 6, an extra 7, and a 9. We really needed the 8s. Okay. So we have a pair of 9s. Target the multiple. 9. We have a lot of odds, big odds, a lot of big odds. No 8, no 6. So probably a big odd hand here. Big odds. We do have an east-west. Without consecutive tiles, the winds are not very helpful, though. Let's see, we do have tiles we can pass, though. Although there are some odd hands here that we could maybe try. Fourth hand down under odds. 1-3-5 and bam, 7.9 crack. Let's let the winds go. Okay, we have another multiple there. Here's 5-6-9. Here's a 1-5. East can go. There's a 9 bam, 5-7-9. We have no 3, so I would focus on big odds. Focus on big odds here. 7 dot. We don't have to pick a hand yet till we run out of discards. So we have 5-7, 5-7-9, 5-9. I would not pass 2 1s. 5-7-9. What's the 5-7-9 pair hand? 1-3-5, 5-7-9. We don't have any 3s. So we're playing a big odd hand of some kind. I think I would let the 5 bam go, or 5 crack. Okay, we finally got a 3 now that we are letting things go here. We're going to keep going. All right, now I think the 5 crack can go. We have 1-3, so we might still be able to do something with little odds too, but big odds looks pretty good. There's a 3 bam now. Okay, so we have 3-5, 7-9. We need a 1 bam back. I think we let a 1 bam go. This would be the fourth hand down under odds. So I think I would let the 5 dot go. It'd be really nice for us to get a 1 bam. Okay, we got a 1 crack and a 2 bam. We can pass fully here. Okay, so 3, 5, 7, 9, 7. We're definitely playing odds of some kind. Okay, here we go. There's a 7. We're just gonna hoard odds until we run out of these 2 discards here, and then we'll figure out what we're doing. We really don't have to look at it until we run out of discards. Okay, so there's a joker up for grabs. Let's let the 2 go. So we have some consecutive coming in here. 7, 8, 7, 8, 9, 9, 7, 8, 7, 8, 9, 9. No flowers though. I was thinking maybe if we get a 6 dot, we could play that third hand from the bottom, but we have no flowers. Another 7 dot. Oh my gosh. Okay. So here's 7, 9, 3, 5. Gosh, if we can get a 1 bam, we're playing a gap hand at the moment. This would be the 4th hand down under odds. Let's let the 8 man go. We'll let the 8s go. We'll focus on odds. Now, my guess is this player to the right has the 1 bam that we let go of. Oh, look, we got that 6 single. We have a chow in here, 6, 7, 8 with 9s,
7, 7,
but we have no flowers.
1,
So, oh, there's the 1 bam. So we can forget about that hand. We have joker bait with our 3 now. Let's put these bams over here to kind of keep the discards clear. So they're playing like numbers. Okay, let's see. We don't need 4. Okay, now north, south, they have Pung Kong. So they're playing the first hand.
1 dot, 1 dot,
Wow. Yikes. Okay, now white dragon. I don't think that's going to be helpful. There's an offsuit dragon hand under odds. Second hand from the bottom on the right. Pair, Pung Pung Kong. But we don't have the right 9. And we don't have a 7 bam. Let's not keep that. That's not helpful at all. I was kind of thinking maybe we could do a 3, 6, 9 hand, but we have a Kong of 7s. Winds are going down. Okay, now there's a flower. So that changes things for us a little bit. Let's see here. 7 dot, 6, 8, 9 crack. So we have some potential for the chow hand. Let's see here. 6 hand down. 6, 7, 8 and dots with pungs of 9s and 4 flowers. The thing is, the player to our right is playing a 4 flower hand. All right. I think this 5 bam can go. Oh, 2 dot. Aha, another like number hand. So they're all going to be vying for flowers. Look, we got a 6. 6, 7, 8, 9, 9. We're not ready for that. We would need to Kong if we play that 3rd hand down on the left. Lots of jokers up here. Okay, that's not helpful. Let's see here. I would let that go for now. That's the first one. If another 9 bam goes down, we could maybe call it. We have no gaps for the 6th hand down with the 6, 7, 8 chow. Oh, darn. Jokers. Must be nice. 2 like number hands. Okay, look, we have a pair of flowers. Isn't that nice? Single win out of here. We have, let's see, we have like numbers with 5s and 6s. So I would focus on consecutive run 4, 5, 6, 7. 4, 5, 6, 7 of some kind. Oops. 4, 5, 6, 7 of some kind. Right there. We're not passing a flower. How'd that get up there? Okay, let's let the 1 go. All right, here we go. 4, 5, 6, 7 of some kind. Now, with a pair of flowers, there are only 2 hands in consecutive run we could play. We could also maybe do like numbers with 6s, though. So maybe we should keep that north. We could maybe let the white dragon go, but I wouldn't pass 2 dragons. Okay, here's 2, 3, 4, 5 now. We have 2 through 7. That's way too long of a range. I would let that white dragon go, I think. We have all the 6s. We have 2 5s, 2 4s. I'm thinking, let's see, with a pair of flowers, I think the 2 can go. Okay, pair 6 in there now. 1 can go, 8 can go. We have a pair of 6s in here. 4, 5, 6 flowers. We can maybe try for that chow hand again. 3rd hand from the bottom under consecutive run. We don't need any of these tiles right here. I'm keeping the north because we do have some like number potential with news if we can get the other tiles. All right, now we have 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6, 6 a couple of ways. I would let a wind go, and now we have to make a choice. We have like numbers with 6s. Let's pull that back. I would not pass like numbers. We have the 2 flowers. And we have 4, 5, 4, 5. We need a 3 bam in here or 3 dot so that we can use the 6s. Or we can play like numbers with 6s. Okay, so let's let the 4 bam go. We're going to focus on 6s. Oh my gosh, we just got the 3 4 now. 3 4 5 6 6. There's that chow hand. There's a pair of 4s. We still have like numbers with 6s and flowers, almost news, half of news. 3 4 5 6 6. 3 4 5 and bam, 6 crack, 6 dot. We could do like numbers with 6s and news. So let's let the 6 bam go. No keepers. That's a good pass. We got a keeper. Awesome. Okay, we're in between. We have 3 discards before we have to pick a hand. I'm going to separate our keepers with these flowers. So we can do news with 6s, like numbers, 3rd hand, or we can do the 6th hand down under consecutive run. 3 4 5 chow in hand, pungs of 6s with 4 flowers. Wow, that's super quick. Okay, we don't need an 8. I would love to get a 6 dot. I'm kind of excited about this hand. A white dragon? We don't need that. Oh, now we have a 3 4 building there. We gave away a 6 though. You know, we haven't been able to try for a year hand yet. Okay, now here's a 5. So we have 3 4 5 6, 3 4. I think these can go. What's a chow? 3 in a sequence. A chow is 3 in a sequence. It means eat. That's what chow means. I think the winds need to go, at least 1 north. Oh, that's our tile. Shoot. Oh, darn it. I just thought that north, we could have done north and south with 5 and 6, but I'm focused on those flowers. Okay, 8 crack with jokers. That would be a red flag. Okay, we got the north back. We could do north and south with 5 and 6. Oh, white. Oh, joker exchange. Thank you. Oh my goodness, we need that. All right, now we have 3, 4. We don't need this 5 bam really. I think we should try for, let's see, we do have north and south with 5, 6. Oh, do we go for north and south with 5, 6 Kongs, third hand down, or do we try for that sixth hand down under, let's see, 1, 2, 3, sixth hand down under consecutive run? We have the chow in hand. Let's let the winds go. We're going to play that flower hand with a chow. Oh, wait a minute. That's a quint. That's a quint. All right. This is that quint of flowers that's outside the quint category. Now, oh man, we got the 5. Now that we're letting go of the north and south. Oh, flower. Awesome. Okay, this is coming together. We need a joker or a flower. Maybe we can draw an 8 crack or a 1 bam for a joker exchange. Okay, we need to call this because there's a 6 dot out. We are going to pung. Oh, oh darn, they got the joker. Okay, so there's still 2 jokers up for grabs. Oh, we don't need a 6 bam. Okay, so they need a 9 crack over there. Pung, pung, kong, kong. Okay, 1, 3, 3, 5. They need a 5 bam. We have one. Uh-oh. Oh, they got it. We got really close to that quint in consecutive run. All right, let's see. We have a 5 bam pair. So we're going to focus on a 5 bam pair. A chow is a different type of mahjong game. Tile. Well, a chow is 3 tiles in a sequence, no matter really what game you play. It's the shape or the pattern of the hand. 3, 4, 5. That is called a chow. It's just not, the term is not used in American Mah Jongg, but it's still a chow. It's just not called a chow, although it should be because it's part of Mahjong worldwide. We have a 5 bam pair in there with almost news. Here's a flower, of course. We do have 4, 5, 6 in there. Let's let these tiles go here. Okay, we've got an east-west and another 5. We can let the 8 go. We have 2 5s and winds building. 5s with east and west. Really 4, 5. The 4 bam, I think, can go. Here's 5, 6. 4, 5, 6. Let's see, 4, 5. East and west with 5 and 6 or 4. Okay, we don't need any of these. We got a north now. We don't need the 7 or the 2. Okay, so we have northeast west with 5, 4, 6. We really don't need all these options. We need to whittle down a little bit. Okay, now we have tiles we can pass. I was hoping to get the 5 back. We have 4, 5, 6. The 8 can go. The 4 can go. I'm thinking we should try for the news concealed hand. Why are the same hands keep coming back? I don't know why. I have a rat in my hair there. Okay, let's see. We need to let something go. We can do east and west with 5 and 6, or we can do news concealed with 5s. I think we're closer to that. We could maybe even play like numbers with 5s and news. There's the 5. All right, let's keep going. All right, we have 3 discards. We're in between the concealed news hand or the like number hand with news. We needed that. Okay, let's see. We have a 7 crack pair in here. We really don't need it though. All right, now we could Kong or stay concealed. Let's see here. We have no south. We need a pair of flowers, or we can stay concealed for news concealed. I think I would let it go. I don't think our hand is strong enough to commit. We got a 5. Okay, now hold the phone here. We do want to think about these quints too. We have like numbers though. The like number quint is 2 consecutive like numbers. Oh, okay, Joker exchange over there for a west. We could Kong. We could Kong, take the east. Okay, so, or we could stay concealed. I think I would stay concealed because we have only 1 flower. And because news concealed and even news with the any like numbers, we need a single. I would not take that joker. Okay. Okay. We do have some potential for that quint now. Let's see, north, no norths are out yet. Since no, oh, there's a south out. Okay. Oh, we have another flower now. Okay, so I would probably try for at this point, now that we have a flower, I would try for the news like number hand. We need a south, and it'd be really nice to get another joker in here because the 5 crack went down. We need a pair of flowers. 2 dot. Oh, someone got a joker. Oh. Part of me is wondering if we should take that flat or take that west. It would be really risky though, because we also have no south. That would create quite a gap. I don't think we should take it. Now, if the 5 bam goes down, oh, there's one right here. My guess is this player to our right is playing news. Kong, pung, pung, Kong. We need to let that north go. A flower. We got a flower. Oh, darn. Oh, they're playing 5-6. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, pung, pung. Oh, pung, pung, Kong, Kong. We have a player across from us trying for the quint. South quint. Second hand down over here to the right, east and west with 5-6. All right, here we oh, let's see. No, we're done. We're at the top of the hour almost. So that's going to do it for this live stream. All right, what do you guys think about these hands? What do you think about the card? It feels pretty good. The dragon hands seem to be pretty easy to spot. It seems like the dragon hands are easy to spot. I only played once though on the card, so it's kind of hard to tell right now. But the dragon hands, let's see. I don't know. Pungs and Kongs of dragons. We'll see. Time will tell. Thank you for being here. Did you guys see that I released my new card analysis? Oh, the card review. Thank you, Susan. News and Dragons. Yep. You're welcome. Does anybody have any questions? We'll be back again for another round at 4. So we're going to take an hour break and we'll be right back. And we'll play at I Love Mah again. We were going to do reading hands, which we did a little bit of today. I suppose it would be a good way to learn the card. Reading hands, it is a good way to learn the card. So I guess we could try to do hand reading as planned. It's going to be a little bit of a challenge. Hi, Jane. You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Okay, we'll see you in a little bit. Unless anyone has any questions, I'll go ahead and sign off. We'll be back in an hour for another round. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, consider subscribing. Click the little gray bell if you do. That way you'll get notification for when I post new videos and you won't miss an opportunity to learn a new strategy or pick up an insight to the game that could give you an advantage at the table. Between now and the next video, may all your picks be keepers.